Today is the 7th of September 2021. You're watching Furry Fandom News on GFTV News. Welcome to the program. Furry fandom social events are slowly regaining traction as COVID-19 slows down. Thus, more furcons are needing attendees to get vaccinated or have a negative test prior. Some furcons also have said they will no longer allow exemptions based on religion. Furcons are doing this after a few furries say they got COVID-19 after attending Megaplex, based in the US state of Florida. The furcon was not allowed to ask for vaccination proof according to local state laws. This led to loopholes and panic from attendees afterwards. Another furry who claims to be a COVID-positive case said he is going to Denver. He has been banned. Conventions that at first did not install such a policy have faced immense public pressure to do so. This was further intensified following many rebounds of COVID-19 cases in regions globally. Looking at our furcon status numbers, we have 50 cancelled, 3 deferred, 50 to hold this year, and 14 furcons completed. Despite the pandemic's momentum in the past year, many furries have planned for a post-pandemic future, including new furry events. On Wednesday, September 1st, US non-profit Anthro West Open Organization, or AWO, announced a new furcon named FreeFurAll. It will be held in the state of Oklahoma. Their image then soured, as many furries claim right-wing or conservative politics drove the furcon. There are many reasons behind this reaction. One reason points to persons involved with FreeFurAll. Furries are unhappy at Peace Wolf, real name Nico Reno, apparently leading the furcon. Film review site We Got Discovered got this claim from an anonymous source. She is but one of 3 people who established AWO. Her image is poor in the furry fandom because she has made politically sensitive statements in the past. Some claimed she is related to social-political furry group Furry Raiders. They are often compared to the alternative right movement because their CEO, Foxter, has linked himself with far-right groups often. It is believed that a part of that group associated themselves with the convention. Furries are also unhappy at FreeFurAll inviting furry comedian Tu Gryphon as a special guest. Because he has made sensitive statements during his career, notoriety has been tied to him in the eyes of the community. Before, his career took him to annually perform, or rant, at US convention Anthrocon. In 2017, the furcon stopped scheduling his performances moving forward. They state it was done in view of the show's attendance count. But furries say this action was a response to his video released in 2016 about social justice. FreeFurAll mentioned this event on their website, framing this event as the comedian being, quote, banned due to free speech. This hardened the general thought that the furcon had a conservative political lean. Another reason relates to FreeFurAll's designs. That is because they use the American flag and colors in their marketing materials. Plus, similarities were drawn between the logos of their parent association AWO and a Turkish far-right organization. Furries have thus connected the event with right-wing nationalism. 1 month ago, some furries got COVID-19 at Florida-based furcon Megaplex. Furries have since pushed furcons to install policies that need attendees to vaccinate or have a negative COVID-19 test prior. Because of that, many furries questioned if FreeFurAll had installed such a policy. Confusion arose over how their policy is written. Thus, some inferred they had an anti-vaccine stance. Oklahoma's COVID-19 advisory recommends mask wearing in public spaces and vaccinations. This was last updated August 13, 2020. FreeFurAll also needs attendees to wear, quote, PG-13 attire whenever outside the event space. Because they are an 18+ event, some furries compared them with the Burn Furs. It is a defunct movement that once aimed to counter adult content in the fandom. Other debated aspects concern the furcon's charity partner, Safari Sanctuary. The sanctuary's practices are reportedly controversial in many cases. This has subjected them to strong scrutiny. They have closed operations as of today. To sum up, FreeFurAll's image soured because furries felt right-wing politics influenced them. And when sensitive figures and groups crossed, it soured further. Thus, terms such as free speech convention, racist con, and even Donald Trump convention were used to describe them. GFTV has contacted FreeFurAll for comment. The furcon's spokesperson then replied, FreeFurAll is America's anthro convention. The answers to all of your questions are available on our website. A look at their parent organization AWOO's statement showed the following. This organization is non-partisan and supports no political or religious causes. Our mission is to build a community and host fundraising events that are welcoming and enjoyable to all regardless of background. Within this wave of anger towards the furcon, some furries have criticized the fandom for such. Most of them are conservatives. One user says this harsh attitude towards people of different opinions has led to bullying and harassment. This included those with a middle political position, even if they did not harm anyone. Another user says the fandom's political leanings drove the controversy. They've also mentioned the, quote, censorship and ridicule present as well. As a center or center-left concept, social liberalism is common in the furry fandom. Most furries are part of minority groups, for example, the LGBT and disability communities. These groups have faced social challenges such as intolerance and harassment. Thus, the fandom became protective against people considered to be preserving these challenges. These are at odds with the fandom's right-wing conservatives. That is because they hold traditional ideals and often decry what they consider curtailed free speech. With the political left and right sides intensifying in disputes globally, so does the furry fandom. Because of these factors, quoting Furry Encyclopedia Wikifur, the fandom is rarely united on various issues. The divide along political fault lines thus is, of no doubt, not going away anytime soon. That's all for today's GFTV News. Subscribe to our Telegram channel or visit globalfurrytv.news.blog for more furry news updates. Have a great and wonderful Furry day.